One of the core tenets of Stoicism is the differentiation between what we can and cannot control. As Epictetus famously stated, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle encourages individuals to focus their energy on their own thoughts, emotions, and actions, rather than on external events or the behavior of others. Modern life is rife with challenges that test our emotional resilience. Harmful relationships, workplace conflicts, and the overwhelming pressure of societal expectations can all threaten our peace of mind. However, by cultivating an awareness of our internal world and applying Stoic practices, we can navigate these challenges more effectively. The concept of the inner fortress is not about isolation or emotional suppression. Rather, it is about recognizing that true strength comes from within. It involves identifying the emotions and thoughts that are under our control and learning to manage them with wisdom and compassion. For example, when faced with a critical or negative individual, the Stoic approach would be to remain grounded and not let their words penetrate your inner fortress. This does not mean ignoring feedback, but rather distinguishing between constructive criticism and harmful negativity. By doing so, you preserve your energy for matters that truly align with your values and goals. In the modern world, the inner fortress can also serve as a shield against the pervasive influence of social media. The constant comparison and validation seeking inherent in these platforms often lead to feelings of inadequacy or frustration. Adopting a Stoic perspective allows you to detach from these influences. Recognizing that external validation is fleeting and does not define your worth. To begin constructing your inner fortress, start by observing your thoughts and reactions throughout the day. Journaling can be a powerful tool for this purpose, as it helps you identify patterns and triggers that disrupt your peace. With time, this practice cultivates greater self-awareness and empowers you to respond to challenges with greater clarity and composure. In summary, Stoicism provides a powerful framework for protecting your peace in a world that often feels chaotic. By embracing its principles, you can build an inner fortress that not only withstands the trials of life, but also fosters a sense of lasting tranquility and purpose. Understanding and identifying potential threats to your inner fortress is a crucial first step in maintaining emotional peace. In a world filled with complex social dynamics, it's easy to overlook the subtle signs of detrimental behavior or environments. Drawing upon Stoic teachings, you can develop the awareness needed to recognize these threats before they disrupt your equilibrium. One of the most common challenges is dealing with negative individuals. These are people who consistently bring negativity into your life through behaviors such as constant criticism, manipulation, or emotional volatility. As Seneca observed, associate with people who are likely to improve you. This timeless advice highlights the importance of surrounding yourself with individuals who inspire growth rather than chaos. Awareness is the first line of defense in identifying these threats. By practicing mindfulness and reflection, you can sharpen your perception of harmful patterns. For example, a recurring sense of dread or frustration after interacting with someone may indicate a negative dynamic. Recognizing these feelings as signals allows you to address the issue with greater clarity and resolve. Stoic philosophy also emphasizes the role of perception in shaping our experiences. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This insight underscores the importance of reframing how we interpret challenges. Negativity, whether from people or situations, can often be mitigated by shifting your perspective and focusing on what lies within your control. In addition to interpersonal dynamics, societal pressures can also threaten your inner peace. The relentless pursuit of success, status, or material wealth often leads to feelings of inadequacy and burnout. By adopting a Stoic mindset, you can resist these external pressures and prioritize values that align with your true self. Remember Epictetus's guidance. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. To safeguard your inner fortress, consider implementing daily practices that foster self-awareness. These might include meditation, journaling, or moments of quiet reflection. These practices help you recognize threats early, giving you the opportunity to address them before they escalate. Over time, this proactive approach strengthens your resilience and fortifies your emotional well-being. In conclusion, identifying and addressing threats to your inner fortress is a foundational aspect of Stoic living. By cultivating awareness and practicing mindfulness, you can navigate the complexities of modern life with greater ease and confidence. Armed with these tools, you are better equipped to protect your peace and preserve the integrity of your inner sanctuary. Setting boundaries is an essential skill for protecting your inner fortress. Without clear limits, external forces, whether detrimental individuals or overwhelming demands, can infiltrate your emotional space, leaving you vulnerable to stress and negativity. The Stoic metaphor of the fortress serves as a useful framework for understanding how boundaries function as protective walls for your well-being. Effective boundaries require clarity and assertiveness. According to Seneca, he who is brave is free. By courageously asserting your limits, you take control of your emotional environment, ensuring that it aligns with your values and priorities. This process begins with identifying areas where your peace is consistently disrupted. Is it a demanding colleague, a critical family member, or an overly chaotic schedule? Recognizing these sources of tension is the first step in constructing barriers that shield your inner fortress. Communication is key when setting boundaries. Clearly expressing your needs and expectations helps others understand the limits you've established. For example, if a colleague frequently interrupts your work with non-urgent requests, you might say, "I'm happy to help, but I need to focus on this task right now. Can we discuss this later?" This approach is assertive yet respectful, preserving relationships while protecting your priorities. The Stoics also emphasize consistency in upholding boundaries. Once a boundary is set, it's essential to reinforce it consistently. Allowing exceptions undermines its effectiveness and signals to others that your limits can be disregarded. By remaining firm and resolute, you demonstrate self-respect and encourage others to respect your boundaries as well. While setting boundaries is vital, it's equally important to recognize when flexibility is appropriate. Life is unpredictable, and rigid adherence to boundaries can sometimes lead to unnecessary conflict or missed opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Adapt yourself to the things among which your lot has been cast." Balancing firmness with adaptability ensures that your boundaries serve as tools for peace rather than barriers to connection. In conclusion, building and maintaining boundaries is a dynamic process that requires self-awareness, communication, and consistency. By setting clear limits, you fortify your inner fortress against external pressures while preserving your energy for what truly matters. With practice, these skills become second nature, empowering you to navigate life's challenges with confidence and grace. Stoic indifference is a profound practice that empowers individuals to maintain emotional equilibrium in the face of adversity. It involves cultivating a mindset that views external events and other people's behaviors as neutral, focusing instead on internal control and personal values. When applied effectively, this principle can help individuals navigate unhealthy relationships and challenging dynamics without being drawn into unnecessary drama. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. This insight captures the essence of both Stoic indifference and the grey rock method. By choosing not to react emotionally, you disarm manipulative tactics and create space to act with intention. Practical strategies for practicing Stoic indifference include neutral responses, responding to provocative comments with calm, factual statements rather than emotional reactions. Shifting focus, redirecting attention to constructive activities or personal goals when confronted with negativity. Emotional detachment, reminding yourself that the behavior of others reflects their character, not your worth. The benefits of this approach extend beyond immediate interactions. In a world filled with provocation and drama, the ability to remain composed and detached can often disrupt negative cycles and restore emotional equilibrium. Sometimes, the practice of silence is not a sign of weakness, but a demonstration of self-mastery and strength. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You always have the option of having no opinion. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control." This insight highlights the value of choosing silence over engagement in unnecessary disputes. By refusing to engage in emotional reactions, you reclaim control over your inner state. When faced with drama, the Stoic approach emphasizes the power of the pause before responding to a provocation. Take a moment to breathe and reflect. This brief pause allows you to assess the situation objectively and decide on the most constructive course of action. Often, the best response is no response at all. The practice of non-reaction can be particularly effective in interpersonal conflicts. For example, when confronted by a heated argument, choosing to remain silent and composed can de-escalate tensions. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, but rather channeling them constructively. Silence, when used strategically, can communicate resolve and emotional strength. Practical applications of non-reaction include deliberate silence, choosing not to respond to inflammatory comments or actions that do not align with your values. Focused attention, redirecting your energy toward meaningful activities rather than dwelling on provocations. Boundary enforcement, using silence to reinforce boundaries when others attempt to cross them. By not feeding into the drama, you prevent it from gaining momentum. This creates space for more meaningful interactions and helps preserve your energy for what truly matters. In conclusion, the power of remaining silent lies in its ability to shield your inner fortress from unnecessary turmoil. By practicing silence and restraint, you demonstrate mastery over your emotions and maintain your focus on your true priorities. Over time, this approach fosters greater resilience and a deeper sense of inner peace as you reflect on the Stoic teachings discussed. Which one resonated with you the most? Share your perspectives and experiences to enrich the collective understanding of this community. Let us know where you're watching from to connect across borders and perspectives. If you found this exploration valuable, don't forget to subscribe, give us a like. Thank you for your support.